Hi, I'm Madi and I love to buy and try makeup, and this is a get ready with me. I'm going to do my hair and makeup, and I'm also sharing quite a bit of sensitive things that have happened to me this year. Anyway, if you don't want to watch, I understand. If you do, then here we go. Alright, so I already put on my moisturizer, which I've been using the Byoma Hydrating Milky Toner. I really like the texture of it, and it's a lightweight moisturizer since I have oily skin. The weather's still been pretty humid and hot for the most part, so I try to avoid heavier moisturizers. The primer I've been liking right now is the Hourglass Vanish, and it pretty much does a good job of keeping oils at bay, and then it smooths a bit, not overly so. I feel like the primary reason that I enjoy it so much is for the oil control. Anyway, so I've been off of YouTube for almost 2 months. The last video I filmed was September 1st, and I've been wanting to come back on to explain, and then I just didn't have the courage to, I guess. It's been a struggle. So in September, I decided that I needed to stop taking all pain medications. I have chronic back issues. I have scoliosis, and I have bone spurs, and I have spondylosis, disc narrowing, disc desiccation, and so I have quite a bit of issues with my back. And I was taking pain medication off and on for, I guess, about the last 2 years. Not only pain medication, but also nerve blocker and muscle relaxer. And I just decided that I need to stop because I don't want to rely on medications my entire life if I don't have to. Now I'm 39 years old because I had a birthday. And I just thought, that's not the route I want to take. If I'm going to be alive for probably at least 40 more years or so, I want to take better care of myself. So I decided to quit taking all medication. And it was a very hard process physically and mentally. I also decided to stop taking any ibuprofen or Tylenol or anything. And so that was really, really, really difficult. I just managed with a lot of rest, which I have a full-time job, and I have 2 sons, and I have 4 dogs, 2 cats, and 5 chickens, a bearded dragon. So I have a lot of things that I'm responsible for. Anyway, I was able to manage with a lot of just relaxing and stretching, and then my sciatic flared up really, really badly during that point where it was like a pain level 10. I did end up having to take a prescription pain medication and a muscle relaxer at that time, because one night I wasn't able to sleep. I was in excruciating pain to the point where I couldn't stop crying, and I couldn't get comfortable even laying down. So I had an ice pack on, and my husband gave me medication. And then after that, he bought me an inversion table. And I've been using the inversion table. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This is the concealer I've been using, the Lancome All Over Concealer Tint Idole Wear, and the shade is Warm 100, I guess. I think it's Bisque is the color. And then the foundation is Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear in 220C. These shades are not perfect for me, but that's just what I have, and I love the longevity. The coverage is pretty good too. Anyway, so he got me an inversion table, and along with the inversion table, sorry about that, I've been going to the chiropractor, which I've done for the last 2 years as well. I had been going once or twice a week, but now I go 3 to 4 times a week to the chiropractor, and I also get a weekly massage now, and that has really, really, really helped. Adding those things in. The inversion table I'll use like 2 to 5 times a day. It gives it, if you don't know what that is, it's a table that you strap your feet into and then you lay upside down. You don't have to go all the way upside down though. And it like decompresses the spine. That has been amazing for my back. And then I've been taking a supplement. So I used to go to the acupuncturist once a week, and they had recommended a supplement. It has a Chinese name, but they also have it in English, and it's called Sciaticlear, and they sell it on Amazon. I've been taking that, and then I've been taking Osteo Biflex, the mini pill. And all of that, I don't know if it's one thing or another, or just everything in combination, has been helping me immensely, to the point where I have not taken anything since that night that I had a horrible, horrible sciatic pain. Oh, heating pad helps a lot too if my muscles are sore. And it's been helping so much so that I am able to exercise now. I'm like really happy with where my body is right now, and I will continue doing what I've been doing because it's really been helping me, and I feel strong. I'm up to like 30 push-ups and 30 squats now, and I just want to try to keep building on that. And then I've been doing yoga. I like to do stretches throughout the day if I'm feeling tight. One of the best poses for me is the cobra pose. You know, so my chiropractor says like we spend most of our time just kind of hunched. So really paying attention to stretching out that spine and lifting the neck kind of opens everything up. That's been really, really helping. And I'm just, oh, and I've been walking too. The weather is finally getting nicer in the evenings, so that's been super nice. Anyway, I'm just so relieved that I'm able to experience pain relief to the point where now I can even exercise. So I feel really healthy, really good. And if you struggle with chronic pain or anything like that, I know it can be really, really debilitating and mentally extremely hard. It makes you feel like, you know, like a failure. It makes you feel bad about yourself and kind of hopeless. So I know how that is. Anyway, so I hadn't really been wanting to film because I didn't want to, I don't know, I just wasn't in my normal happier attitude, positive attitude, you know, and I want to come on here to be a positive light, and I like to come on here and connect with people and give advice or help in makeup or make connections. And so I didn't feel like I was going to be able to do that in the state that I was in. And I also wasn't watching any YouTube this entire time, even though I do enjoy it. I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So I took a long break from YouTube. It's been almost 2 months now. And instead I've been, you know, doing other hobbies. Like I said, I've been exercising and things like that. I've been reading more. I'm currently reading It, and it's taken me a long time. I'm a big Stephen King fan, but I had never read it, and it's like almost 1,200 pages long. I'm on page 500. Oh, it's taking a long time, but it's a very good book, and I just am like, you know, I've been a fan of the movie for a long time, and I've read so many of his books, so I want to read it. And it's the season, right? I've been practicing the guitar again, and I've been watching a lot of horror movies and shows, so that's been good. Right, and the powder I've been using is Caliray Magic Hour Setting Powder in the shade Dawn. I don't know if y'all can see the back of that. And it has this little net inside that I can just push the puff into. I'll show y'all what the shade looks like. It's pretty light, but it does like blur into the skin pretty well. There's the focus. And it makes your hand or your skin feel, I don't know, just powdery, and it kind of smooths things over. It doesn't have like the best longevity, like the Huda is probably the best for in terms of like longevity, but I really like the texture of it. The smoothness, and the color is pretty good for me. It's actually like a little light for the face, better for the under eye, but I've been enjoying it. And then for blush, lately I've been using the Saie Dew Blush in the shade of Rosy, and I do use it after I powder. So usually I try to use cream or liquid blush before I powder, but I've been doing it after the powder. So I've been rewatching American Horror Story. I didn't realize the first season came out in 2011. So it's been quite a while, and it's like, I don't know, I'm re-experiencing the whole show. It's really well done if you're a horror fan. So season 1 is a haunted house. This season's called Murder House. And then season 2 is called Asylum. And season 3 is the one I'm on right now. It's called Coven. Obviously about some witches. So really good show. Anyway, I've been loving rewatching that, and then I've been watching some horror movies. I like to switch between classics and then watch new ones. It can be really tough to find a good new horror movie. So a few new or newish ones that I really liked were Smile Part 1 and 2. And Hereditary is really good. Bring Her Back is the newest one that I've seen. That's awesome. So good, and also sad. Like, that was a deep movie. And what's the other one I was gonna tell y'all? Oh, Talk to Me. Oof, if you love horror movies, that one's very good. But I had seen a lot of duds, so I do switch in between new ones and then the classics because, you know, I'm sure that I like them, so I love to rewatch. Some of my favorites are like The Shining, Exorcist, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Paranormal Activity. The Conjuring movies are really good. And also, what do you call it? With Ed and Lorraine Warren. Oh, why can't I think of the series of movies? But those are really good. The old Halloween movies, of course, are classics. And then Pet Sematary, It. I just rewatched American Psycho the other day too. Wow. That's Christian Bale is very fit in that movie. And yeah, very good movie, and it's like comedy horror. So it's, and then also Justin Theroux is in that movie too. Very young, and I hadn't seen it in a long time, so pretty good. All right, and then for the powder blush, I've been using, it's the Hourglass palette from last year, and then I've been either using this shade or this shade. Today I used this shade. I've been kind of sticking to the same makeup lately too. I don't know, I just haven't been feeling as inspired lately, I guess, because of everything kind of that went on. So this year has been like, I don't know if y'all remember, I had said, you know, times were tough earlier this year, and I keep wanting to say last year because it feels like it's been just such a tough year that it seems like it's been a whole year ago, you know. Oh, before I move on though, if y'all have any recommendation for good thrillers, like books or movies, thriller or horror, my favorite genres, please leave them down below, because I really love to read, and I love to find, oh, and music too. I love to explore new music that I haven't heard about. So like lately I've been really obsessed with this band called Ladrones, and it's like a mix of Spanish metal and rap. It is so good. I heard one of their songs, it's called like Así Cambio something, and it's such a good song, but I've been listening to a lot of their music, and I can't stop. It's for me, I feel like it's also difficult to find really good new music, so when I find something new, I like to just keep listening. Also, Ren is a super great artist my husband told me about like 2 or 3 years ago, and he keeps putting out new music that's really good. I'm open to all genres of music also. There's this French band called I cannot think of the name, but my favorite song by them is called Mustache Gracias. It's so like upbeat and has so many beautiful instruments in it. But anyways, so if y'all have good music suggestions, book suggestions, or movie suggestions, leave them down below for me. I have like a list that I keep of things to listen to or read or watch, and when I have time to, I like to go through and get through the list, because I get so many recommendations just from like friends and family, and then, you know, it's good like when I don't find anything on my own to refer to that list. So let me know, please, and I'll let y'all know too if you need any good recommendations. I like to keep a list of the things that I've watched and read. Also, for the things that I read, I actually rate the books that I read. I don't do the Goodreads because, I don't know, I don't feel like doing a whole review and all that. But I do rate them out of 5 stars for myself to refer back to, and then like if I have a friend who needs a good book recommendation, then I have that to refer to. Or if I don't remember reading a book, I look back at my list and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that book, or oh, that book sucked. So anyways, and the lip gloss I've been using lately to tint my lips is by Realher. I got it in my Ipsy box. Realher Magic Black to Pink Watery Lipstain. Trying to get it to focus so you can see it gives like a little bit of a berry kind of tint to the lips. I let it get to about this point and then I wipe it off, because if I leave it on longer, it's too bright pink, like it's too much. Alright, so that's what I like to put on my lips to give color and then a little bit of hydration lately. But like I said, if I leave it too long, it turns like too much, just too bright pink, and I don't like that. And then I top it with this Viper Lip Plumper by Nabla. I really love the tube. But it also does a really good job of plumping the lips. It doesn't dry my lips out, and it has a really, like, a good scent to it also, and I like the component. It twists up and comes out. Here we go. All right, so next I'm going to move on to the eyes. I already used the MAC paint pot in Painterly, and I need to do an update on my Beauty and Teach challenge because getting through this thing. It's my favorite eye primer. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Baby palette, and I really like it. It has beautiful tones that are just easy to use, and it's like a go-to that when I don't know what to do, that's just what I like to go to. I'm going to use the lighter shade. So anyway, going back to the tough stuff that happened, and I'm hoping by sharing it'll help me to kind of get some things off of my chest, but also to let people know that, like, things don't last, you know, negative experiences or the pain you're feeling, it doesn't last, and it can help to try to find things to move on with or people to talk to. Sadness, all of that, you can get past it, even if it feels like you might not be able to. It is possible, and you know, finding creative outlets or a purpose, like, you know, obviously I have my family and then I'm a teacher, so I have really great reasons to be a positive light for people and inspire others. One second. Okay, so in January, my mother-in-law, who had lived with us for 2 years, she was unable to care for herself. She was unable to move on her own, you know, to like get up and do things for herself. She could move her arms and things like that. She could walk with a walker, but not unassisted, because she could fall if she wasn't, you know, with somebody right next to her in the walker. So we cared for her, and my husband usually works out of town for the week, and so he's usually only home on the weekends, and we had a caregiver coming during the day, but then in the evenings, like after I had work, then I was taking care of her. So she passed in January. She had a rare form of Parkinson's, called PSP, which was extremely difficult in the end. She passed from malnutrition because she was unable to eat anymore. The muscles tightened in her throat, so if she would try to eat, she would choke. I had to give her the Heimlich a number of times, and she was on hospice in the very end. It was very, very, very hard to watch. But we had her, my husband made her a tiny home in our backyard. It was really cute. And, you know, she was really happy here. So she had a good life as good as we could make it despite her illness. So I was happy we were able to give her that. One second, I cannot do my eyeliner and talk. Oh, and the eyeliner I've been using is the Give 24-hour gel pencil liner in the shade Blacktop, and it has like it's like a dark black, but it has little flecks of glitter. I don't know if y'all can see the glitter in it. So that was very, very, very hard, obviously, especially because I would, you know, like tuck her in every night, and yeah. So then after that, in April and May, an aunt that I was extremely close to, my closest aunt, I texted her pretty much every day. She didn't have any children of her own, so, you know, she was really, really close to her brothers, daughters. I felt like I was the closest to her. Anyway, she ended up passing away, and she was only 64. Trying to compose myself here to move on. At the same time that was happening, my son was, one of my sons, he totaled my car, and then we admitted him to the hospital, and he was diagnosed with a very serious medical condition that will last his entire life. So that was really hard. Very, very, very hard. Like, and this was, so my aunt, before she passed, she was in a coma. And they had to end up pulling the plug because she had no brain activity. Anyway, so when I was going to, this was all happening still while I was supposed to be at work, and I was taking off time of work because obviously I couldn't compose myself enough to do my job. And I was getting ready to go to work on one Sunday, and I fell in my garage and broke my 2 front teeth. Pretty badly. So my front 4 teeth here are crowns. They had to shave down so I only broke the front 2, but they said it's really hard to color match just 2, so they shaved down these 4 teeth and put crowns. So that was also really hard. Obviously, I do care about my looks, and my teeth you know, I like to take care of myself, and that was very hard to look at myself. It took them about a month to get the crowns on. They had temporary crowns on before that, and they were not pretty. They were jagged. They pretty much just were like an extension of where my broken teeth were, so they were still like jagged, like broken looking, and they were yellow. They were not close to the shade of my teeth. And actually these crowns, you can't tell, but they are actually a little darker than my teeth because I did whiten my teeth quite a bit before. But they gave me the lightest shade of natural crowns. And so, I mean, I'm pretty happy with them, but they could be better. Of course, that was really hard. So then fast forward to September, and then I was trying to get off of the medication. Like, this year has just been, like, it feels like one thing after another after another. It's been really, really hard. But now I'm in a really good place. You know, I'm excited about things to come, so I hope sharing all that sensitive information has helped in some way. And anyway, the lash curler that I'm using is the BK Beauty lash curler. And the mascara that I've been liking lately is the Maybelline Firework. It's like a sample that I got. It doesn't hold a curl as good as I'd like, but I do like the way it looks on the lashes. And it doesn't flake or smudge. And then it's not hard to remove at night. So those are some things that I look for, even if the hold on the curl isn't the best. Which I still have been unable to find a non-waterproof mascara that I, you know, am super happy with for holding a curl. I haven't been buying any new makeup either. I don't know, I've just been like I said, I haven't been in the mood, which is odd for me. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I've been using the Hella On Point Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade, oh, I guess the shade is Hella On Point. Lately, and I don't know if Give Beauty is discontinued or what. Do y'all know? Does anyone know? Because I know it's been on clearance, I think, for years now at Sephora. So if anybody knows, let me know. And I really haven't been doing my brows that often, actually, because I've been good about dyeing my brows for the past month or so. Usually on Saturdays, which I need to do it later today, I've been doing the henna dye for my brows, and that makes my mornings so much smoother. I really like the way they end up looking, and I like that I don't have to spend the time doing my brows in the morning, so that's been awesome. But I just haven't dyed them yet. Today, I'll do it later tonight. I'm going to my nephew's birthday party at the roller rink later. What are y'all gonna be for Halloween? Are y'all dressing up? Do y'all dress up? What do you do for Halloween? So I always have a Halloween party for my family, but I don't do it on actual Halloween. So my boys are too old to trick-or-treat. My youngest son just turned 17, and my oldest is about to turn 20, so they don't, we don't trick-or-treat anymore. But So on Halloween, I pretty much just hang out and watch scary movies, you know. But I always throw a Halloween party for my family, so we dress up and I do like a costume contest. And I give out prizes for different categories like best, scary costume, funniest costume, couple costume, cutest costume. I have like different categories, and I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so they all enjoy it too. And so that's been cool to do every year. This year I'm going to be Elvira, which I'm like, she's like my spirit animal, you know, because she's like, she dresses very, I don't know, she looks kind of like goth, and then she loves horror movies. She gets to talk about horror movies, and I'm like, hey, you know, I love horror movies too. She's very pretty, so I feel like it's a good costume for me. All right, for these lashes, I've been using these every day. So I got these from Amazon, and it comes with quite a few lashes, and then it comes with the little applicator too. Anyway, I've used the Kiss lashes and I've used the Ardell lashes. These are pre-glued clusters, and I've been really, really enjoying them. So I switch between the 12mm and the 10mm, and they're Underlash clusters. So it has glue on it already because I hate to mess with glue. I hate to mess with lash glue. And these are pretty comfortable, and I don't really ever have issues with them staying on throughout the day. And they're pretty easy for me to put on. I've gotten used to doing it. Like I said, I put them on every day. The 12mm is pretty, you know, noticeable. And then sometimes I do the 12 and then I'll go down to the 10s, or I'll just do 12 all across or 10 all across. Today I'm going to do 12 all across so you can see what that looks like. My husband woke up, so I had to pause, make sure he doesn't turn the TV on too loud. So yeah, these lashes, as you can see, are pretty easy for me to do. I've gotten the hang of it, and like I said, they're comfortable for the most part. Every now and then, there's like a cluster that's uncomfortable. It's pokey. I don't know if it's the like lash itself or the glue that's sticking out too much on one of them. So I'll either just suffer through the day with it, or I'll just get another lash cluster to take it off. But it's pretty affordable, and I just change them out every day. I have used them as like lash extensions for the week before too. I don't think I'm liking the 12 on the inside. I think I'm gonna switch that one out to a 10. But I have used them before as like lash extensions. So I get the lash bond and seal, and I think it's from Kiss, and it lasts not quite the full week, but I think it's like 5 days. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done it. Alright, I did 10mm on the inside. I think I like that better. But anyway, it's, I don't know, it's kind of a pain to have them on as extensions the whole week. I want to feel like comfortable at night. I like to take everything off. Alright. So there's with both. And I like the way it looks. It gives a nice effect. I'm gonna change and then do my hair. Alright, and then for setting spray, I use the One Size Until Dawn. It's my favorite setting spray at the moment. I try to hold my breath for a minute. It feels like it's you know, hairspray coming out of the bottle, but it's not super wet feeling, and I feel like it does a good job of setting the makeup and making your makeup last longer. It says mattifying, but I really don't feel like it mattifies the face. I think it does a good job of just kind of keeping the same look. I don't know if there's a difference before and after, if y'all can even tell, but I like it, and it doesn't dry my face out. I know some people have mentioned like it can be drying if they use it every day, but I guess because I have oily skin, I don't have that issue. And I'm almost out, and they have a good set right now at Sephora, and it comes with a full size and a mini size for $30-something, I think, which is, you know, it's like a $50-something value, so I'm gonna stock up on that for sure. And then for hair lately, obviously I always fix my bangs, and then I've been, if the weather is good enough, like not too humid, you know, I've been curling my hair with my straightener. I did get a really nice new curling iron, but I haven't been using it. I've just been using my straightener because of ease of use, I suppose, since I already always have my straightener on every morning to do my bangs anyway. So yeah. Another thing that I wanted to share with y'all is I'm so annoyed because I had to take out my nose ring. I've had it for I think 2 years now, because I got it not last summer but the summer before. And so I had it right there. It kept on getting a bump, like not quite a keloid, because a keloid is when it hardens, but like this is kind of gross, but just like almost like a pimple next to the piercing. And then I would get rid of it and it would go away for like a week or so, and then it would come back. So that was really annoying. And I just got really tired of dealing with it, so I finally decided to take it out. I think I took it out 2 weeks ago or something like that. It's so cute. I do like it. I liked it. It was really cute, but having a bump there is not cute. So I just decided to go ahead and take it out. So this is typically what I would do to get ready in the mornings for work too. This is like my weekend get ready with me, but I would do the same thing during the week. This is what I've been doing pretty much daily for like, I don't know, I'd say the last month or so. And I haven't taken out any time or sped the video up. So this is about how long it would take me to, I guess, from start to finish. And I've said before also, like I always pick out everything the night before. So that makes things go a little faster for me. And then, yeah, I know I need to film a new, like, shop my stash. I need to switch out my makeup, but like I said, I've kind of been sticking to the same things. Here and there, I will change out the blush or the eyeshadow. And I was, well, I'll talk about that more during my shop my stash video, I guess. What do y'all typically do when you get ready in the mornings? Like, what are your necessities? if you will. Like, do you have to have on a certain amount of makeup? Do you have to have your hair done? Like, you know, what is it that you will not go without when you're getting ready in the mornings? Because I feel like, you know, as a teacher, just, you know, I'm an elementary school teacher, so there are a lot of women in my profession, and most of them do not wear makeup, or if they do, it's a very minimal makeup because they just want something quick in the mornings, and then hair, they're just doing something easy. They like to be comfortable, and like I said, they want to do just something quick. So I'm just curious, like, is that the typical woman, average woman? Is that what they want to do in the mornings, or is it just because of my profession, like because we have to be at work so early in the morning? Are they just not wanting to use the time in the mornings? They'd rather get more sleep than to get up and, you know, take more time for what they're wearing, or I don't know if that even makes sense, what I'm saying. How long does it take you to get ready in the mornings? All right, and then I'm using the Day Sunset or Hairspray Strong Flexible Hold. And I just kind of spray the ends of my hair. I don't fluff up the curls or anything, or, you know, like spread them out, because it kind of naturally happens throughout the day. But I find like it does hold the curl all day. I don't spray anything in the top, just where I've curled the hair. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. And this is pretty much what I do for work every day. Not always the hair though. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like long videos, if not, then I guess you're not still here. Sorry about that. I hope you got something helpful out of this, or entertaining, or, you know, anyway, I'll see y'all next time.